Welcome to LinguaWire English B1. Today, we have two stories, one about football fans causing trouble in France, and another about a serious health problem in Congo. Join us to practice your English every day with the latest episode. For transcripts and quizzes, visit linguawire.com. I'm here with Sarah, our LinguaWire correspondent, who follows European news. Sarah, what happened in France after the football match?
Hello, Daniel. After Paris Saint-Germain won the Champions League final, there were big celebrations in Paris. But unfortunately, some of these celebrations turned violent. Nearly 800 people were arrested and 219 were injured, including 57 police officers.
That sounds serious. What caused the violence during the celebrations?
The trouble began when some groups of football fans clashed with the police. They tried to block roads, which caused accidents and disrupted public transport like buses and trains.
Were the police ready for this kind of situation?
Yes, the police had prepared in advance. About 6,000 officers were on duty to keep order. The Interior Minister said the police would be firm against any violence. Still, many officers were injured during the clashes.
Did the celebrations start peacefully before the violence?
Yes. Earlier in the day, the celebrations near the Eiffel Tower were peaceful and joyful. Fans lined the streets to see the players. The team had a parade and even met the French president.
Has this kind of violence happened before, after PSG won?
Yes, similar violence happened last year when PSG won the same trophy. This shows that big sports events can sometimes lead to problems when crowds get out of control.
What effect did the violence have on the city?
The violence disrupted transport, making it difficult for many people to move around Paris. Also, a person died in an accident caused by rioters blocking a major road. This shows how dangerous such unrest can be.
What did the government say about the situation?
The Interior Minister said France allows people to gather and celebrate, but not to go too far with violence. He promised a strong response to keep public order.
Thank you, Sarah. This story shows how big celebrations can sometimes lead to serious problems and how authorities try to balance freedom and safety. Now I'm joined by Michael, our LinguaWire correspondent, who covers health news. Michael, what is the latest about Ebola in the Democratic Republic of Congo?
Hello, Daniel. The situation is very worrying. The medical charity Médecins Sans Frontières said the Ebola outbreak is spreading faster than ever before. There are now more than 1,000 suspected cases and at least 246 deaths.
Why is the outbreak spreading so quickly this time?
There are several reasons. The affected area, called Ituri province, is hard to reach because of ongoing conflict and poor roads. Also, many patient samples have not been tested yet, so the real number of cases might be higher.
What is the World Health Organization doing about this?
The WHO's head recently visited the region to check the response efforts. He wants to see if help is arriving fast enough and where there are problems. The WHO has said that fighting in the area makes it hard to control the virus.
Are neighboring countries affected?
Yes, Uganda, which borders Congo, has reported 9 confirmed cases and 1 death. This shows the risk of the virus spreading beyond Congo's borders.
What are the main challenges for stopping the outbreak?
Delays in delivering aid and the closing of borders and airports make it harder to control the disease. Also, the fast spread means health teams are struggling to keep up with new cases.
What does this situation tell us about health emergencies in conflict zones?
It shows that war and violence make it much harder to fight diseases. When people cannot move freely or get medical help, outbreaks can become much worse.
Thank you, Michael. This story reminds us how health crises are often connected to political and social problems. Let's review some useful words from today's stories. First, from the football story, we have arrested. This means police took people into custody because they broke the law. In the story, nearly 800 people were arrested after the violence. Example, the police arrested the thief last night. Next word is injured. It means someone was hurt or wounded. In France, 219 people were injured during the clashes. Example, she was injured in a car accident, but is now recovering. The third word is riot. A riot is a violent public disturbance with fighting or damage. The story talked about riots after the football match. Example, the city had a riot after the big game. Now for a useful phrase from the Ebola story, caught up to. This means to reach the same level or speed as something else. MSF said the response has not yet caught up to the rapid spread of Ebola. We use this phrase when something is slower than another thing. For example, the firefighters caught up to the fire quickly. Or, I need to catch up to my classmates in English. This phrase helps talk about situations where progress or speed matters. Remember, caught up to is often used in the past tense, like caught. The present form is catch up to. You can say, she catches up to her friends easily, or they caught up to the leader in the race. Using this phrase can make your English sound more natural when talking about keeping pace or reaching a goal. Try to use caught up to or catch up to when you talk about learning or work progress. It is very useful in daily conversation. Follow LinguaWire for the latest daily episode and build your daily language habit with us.